Hey guys, today we are going to make a two-headed water dispensing system using the Digi10 water meter we showed you how to put together in our last video. So these go perfectly with our all-in-one commercial substrate, the master brick. So we have some master bricks bagged out here. We recommend you put them in bins 4 at a time. So we're going to go off of this concept and design. Right now we have a water line back here that's hooked up to our mixer, which we no longer use because we're using master bricks. So it's got some valves here, and we're using this Digi10 water meter here to dispense single bags right here into our bin. So we're going to double this up. We're going to put a T in our water line back here, and we're going to make this so that we can dispense 2 bags at once. It's going to create a much faster system. When we are dispensing water into these briquettes. So this is super simple. Check it out. This is going to be really low tech, really DIY type of stuff. We're going to be producing some more commercial-like models here made out of steel in the future, but this is just to get you on track, get you going. For the low. So these Digi10 water meters go for $65. You know, that's a lot cheaper than you can buy a mixer for. This mixer cost us finished probably about $15K. So we're talking $120, $150 with these extra parts. I'll include a parts list here. It's just going to be some plumbing supplies and the Digi10 water meters. There's a chance that we may be able to even wire these in a parallel so that they're parallel together, one button, and you're dispensing into 2 bags. So let's get to it. I'll show you how we're going to do it here. We're going to just make a quick, simple frame around this. We're going to put our solenoid valves and all of this kind of on the top of a board here. We're going to hook it up to our water line back there. We're going to put some 90s going right down into our bags. It's going to be super simple, so check it out. So this is our simple design now. We're just bagging these out, putting them in bins. It keeps them from falling over. It's super simple with the conveyor. You can really make this fast, but you know, we like to keep it simple, keep it DIY, no expensive parts. So here's what we got going on. Here's our exit tube. Here we go down to our solenoid, our water meter, and this is our pipe for the water coming in. So this just has some valves on it that allowed us here in the past to go directly into our tank. Yes, not great. We have some electrical right on plumbing, but you got to do what you got to do. And then we have our Digi10 water meter here. So these are going to end up being mounted on our new little unit here that's just going to be built out of some 2x4s, really cheap. So let me show you how I'm going to do it. Okay, so we have 2 posts. I cut a piece to 30 inches. We're just literally going to make a little dome here, or I don't even know what you would call it, a little frame out section. I'm gonna put some feet on it. It's gonna be really simple. This isn't meant to last a lifetime. This is meant to be efficient and cost efficient for starting farmers, farms that are scaling, and people who just generally need to up their production a little bit. And I mean, this is, you know, so simple, so cost effective that it's worth it for people to invest in things like this. And you know, you can use these for your pellets as well. We're totally not against that. We're just looking to help people out and make sure people are getting into farming and making sure that they're able to get things done that need to be done. So we're just gonna make a little T right here, and this will be the start of our little jobby. I'm gonna make it mine 28 inches high because the bags are 24 inches high about. They're 22 inches high when they're full. So I want this to be, you know, up above this a little bit, so our things are coming down here. The drill. Couple of screws. Okay, now I'm just going to put some feet on it so it can stand up on its own. I mean, we really could just honestly zip tie it to that, but we want to make it a little bit stronger. Drill. It's standing on its own anyways. If we find this weak, I may just put another brace across the top, and it's gonna be fine. Okay, that's the general structure. So we have our water solenoid here. The water's coming in this way. We're going to mount this just like this. And we could do, you know, 4 or 5 or 6 of them at this point, probably just on this. So our max is 4. We're gonna start with 2 and go from there. I'm probably gonna start them kind of in the middle like this. I'm gonna put some brackets on it. It's gonna be very simple. Okay, now we are going to tie in this new solenoid right into our existing line. Like I said, I think our pipe is perfect length now, so we're gonna set this up. We're gonna tie this in like this, right to the back of our new one. And that should be good to go. All right, now we are ready to set it up and connect our water lines to our new one. Mount this up here, add a little bit of stability to this, and then we're going to finish our plumbing coming off of the end here, which is eventually just going to be dipped like this. Now you want this to go pretty deep into your bags. You don't want it to be up here so that you have to hold each bag. You want this to be nearly to the top of that briquette, truly maybe an inch above your bins, so that you can go hands-free. That's the whole point here, is that you're gonna boop, boop. They're gonna go, and you're pulling more bins around you or doing whatever you have to do just for the sake of efficiency. So let's see what we got here. Let's mount these and go from there. That will need adjusted a little bit. I want to make it real nice, but we're just trying to make it so it's functional for you guys. So boom, boom, coming down. Very simple.
All right, now we're gonna mount the meters up here so that they're easily accessible. Drop this down and we are done.
All right, now we're gonna mount our meters onto this. Plug it in, plug it in. Okay, the power's on. We're ready to add our 90 here. So we'll need a piece that comes down into the bag then. We have a couple bagged out. So where's our tape? We're gonna come, like I said, down just on top of this. So it's looking like 22 inches. So we'll need 2 of those. I have to go grab this piece then. So we'll go grab that and we'll finish this, plug in the wiring, and it's ready to rock. Okay, so just gotta finish this up here. Add that. Make sure everything is tight. We have one of our 22.5s right here. Boom. Now you should be able to easily get that under there. We may actually end up changing that. But let's go grab the 90 and we'll finish this side. It's gonna be ready to rock. Okay, we have the last piece here. I've shortened these about 1.5 inches each, so they should be a little bit easier to get this in and out. So we're gonna put this all together. We're going to hook up the water sensors, and we're going to set these for the amount of water that we need to dispense, and it should be ready to go. Okay, boom. Now we're gonna plug this stuff in here. So it's plug and play, pretty simple. We're gonna connect our number 1 to our number 1 solenoid here. Plug that in. Plug these in. Looks like we're missing the clip to this one, so we're gonna have to put a new clip on here. No big deal. And then got this one. Plug and play. Boom. The red and the black wire go to your solenoid. And now we're going to set this up. Okay, to set up your Digi10 water meter, you are going to use the clear and set buttons. So we're going to hit set, or we're going to hit menu, I'm sorry, the clear and menu buttons. We're going to go to quantitative. So quantitative, we're going to hold the set button, and we are going to set this to our master brick hydration level, which is going to be 2.6. 1, 2. Always hit menu and make sure you come through to make sure that you're set to 2.6. Total, this one, we're gonna clear our last week's thing. Make sure we're set to 2.6. Excellent. So we should be ready to rock. We may have to fix that one. Okay, so we are set up here. We're ready to give it a go. So we have our water meters set up. They're plugged in. I replaced the little terminal here so that everything's good to go on that one. That one's old. We've been using it for years at this point. So yeah, this is it. Super simple. I mean, you just need to make sure your solenoid valves, your flow valves are set up in the correct direction so that your water flow is proper. If you're getting some dribbling or some other stuff, your solenoid valve is probably flipped. So just something to keep in mind. Let's show you how it works. Check out these master bricks. They're an awesome, awesome way to get into specialty mushroom cultivation. These are all-in-one soy sawdust briquettes. So pretty much we're just hand loading them into bags here, and then we have this little system to hydrate. It's much faster than using this big expensive mixer. So let's see how it works. Got good water flow to both of them. Take our bin, flip it, and then we're gonna reload our new bags. Run, and we already have some bricks queued up here, so this goes really fast. And like I said, you can set this up on a conveyor system or something, you know, this above a table, so you can do this standing up as well. We prefer to do it seated. It's just easier for us, but this is how it goes down. So we're just gonna keep on hydrating some bricks here. 2.6 liters per brick. Set them off to the side. The team comes in. They are going to fold them. Okay guys, there you have it. So the Digi10 water meter, it makes an easy setup to use with master bricks or combo pellets. You can kind of adapt this to any kind of system that you're interested in using it with. This can be used on a pellet bagger. It can even be used for dry materials if you have a volumetric bagger to do that. Super simple. Check this out, Digi10 water meters, $65 on Amazon. Master bricks available for purchase on our website. Shoot us an email. We can talk through the logistics and the details. These things come on pallets of 576. Buying in bulk, you're getting them at about $1 a brick. So it's organic, super competitively priced. Our goal is to get this in the hands of farmers and make this industry a little bit more obtainable for some people. You know, starting costs for farmers are astronomical these days. I mean, if you want to farm a significant sized row crop farm, you're looking at a couple $1 million to get invested, you know. So this, super simple, making ready to fruit substrate, never been easier. So check it out, give us a subscribe, give us a like, watch for the next one. We're going to continue innovating this, we're going to continue making this better. This is something I slapped together in literally 30 or 45 minutes. So definitely an easy, efficient, economical solution. If you want to get into mushroom farming, you want to expand your operation, and you want to try a new innovative product. So check us on the next one and grow much more.